Hello everybody, it is Penny here, back with another episode of Foodie Friday, and I'm so eager to share with you this week's collection of recipes. I'm using some of my most favorite simple recipes out of my book, Raw Food Cleanse, and I'm adding one new recipe to the mix to create an epic taco night. So let's get into the kitchen and see what we're up to. Well, every really good taco has to have some kind of delicious taco meat. Ours is going to be plant-based and so simple. I have a package of small whole green lentils. This is from Trader Joe's. Very inexpensive, and they're just tiny. I don't know if you can see how tiny those are. And then the other ingredient is going to be this taco seasoning that I found at Whole Foods about a month ago. It's just been sitting in my pantry, and I decided it's time to use it. And the ingredients are really simple. So if you can't find this, don't worry, you can make your own. What is in this is organic chili peppers, cumin, sea salt, organic onion, garlic, and oregano. Simple. So we're gonna combine these. Okay, I've brought the lentils to a boil. 1 cup is what I've done. 1 cup of lentils, 2 cups of water, and then I'm just gonna put the entire package of taco seasoning in. Stir it really well, and then I'm gonna reduce the temperature to low, cover, and let this simmer for about 35 to 45 minutes. While that taco meat is cooking, I'm going to make some sour cream. Last night, I soaked overnight a half of a cup of raw cashews, so they're nice and soft, very soft. I'm going to squeeze half of a lemon, the juice of half of a lemon, 2 cloves of fresh garlic, and a nice pinch of Himalayan salt. We're gonna add those to the Vitamix and add some water and make it into sour cream. Let's check this consistency of the sour cream. It looks pretty perfect to me. I actually started this recipe yesterday, or one of the components of this recipe yesterday. It's one of my favorite parts. Well, I start prepping for Foodie Fridays several days in advance, and because this week's episode is an epic taco salad night, it wouldn't be epic without amazing raw corn chips. You can find a recipe for that in my book, Raw Food Cleanse, or of course, I'll be sharing the recipe with you underneath this video, so I'll just show you the components. 1 package of organic whenever possible, corn. I'm letting it thaw out right now. This is 16 ounces of organic yellow corn. If you can get white corn, it's delicious too. 1 sweet onion, 1 bell pepper, and you can use any color. I like orange because it kind of reminds me of a Dorito looking color. 2 jalapenos, or 1 big giant jalapeno. Juice of 2 limes. And then this is 3/4 of a cup of flax seeds. I'm going to finely grind it in my dry Vitamix craft so it will become like a flour. Ground flax seeds, and that will actually end up making it be 1 cup because it fluffs up when you grind it. And then the only spices that I'll add is some Himalayan pink salt and some cumin. Looking good. Needs a little bit more, just a little bit more. So you'll scrape down the sides once you've got everything in here. Now, I say everything. I do all of the ingredients except once everything's blended, then I'll add the flax seeds. That really helps it blend much more smoothly. That's the consistency you're looking for right there. It's perfect, absolutely perfect. It's salsa time. I've pulled together the ingredients that I'm going to be using today for my salsa, and it was basically just what I had on hand. So I have 3 limes that were very ripe that need to be cut up, so I'm going to add all 3 limes. because I like it limey. And then that's a big, huge jalapeno. Any kind of pepper that you like, you can add, or you can omit it if you just don't like any heat. I've got 2 Roma tomatoes, 1 vine-ripened tomato that's almost overly ripe, which is fine. And then I have a big handful of 2 different grape tomatoes, red and golden. And then I won't add all that cilantro. That's just what was in my refrigerator, but definitely a small handful of cilantro leaves, 2 cloves of garlic. That's red onion. You can use any onion that you like. Add as much or little as you like. And then I'll add some salt, pepper, and if needed, it may not be needed because of all of those limes. If needed, I'll add a little splash of apple cider vinegar, and all of these ingredients I will combine in my food processor. So you want to check the salsa after it's been in the food processor for consistency. I like mine a little chunky. And then you want to taste it. You want to see before you take it out if you need to add anything else to it. So fresh. Okay, I'm surprised. With all those limes, I would think that that would be enough acid, but or to give it, enough tartness. But it really, I think I'm going to add a splash, not too much, but just a splash of apple cider vinegar. And then I only put a pinch of Himalayan salt. It definitely needs another good pinch of salt. And then I think the flavors will be perfect. I'll put this in the refrigerator in a airtight glass container, because in about an hour from now, all of those ingredients will have married together and the richness of flavor will be much more intense. Okay, let's check this taco meat. Oh my, that water absorbed quicker than I thought. Oh my, that looks great. So I think it's just maybe 5 minutes away from being done. I'll taste a lentil to see, make sure it's not too firm still. Make sure it's, to the correct amount of doneness. Looking good. And last, but certainly not least, I'm getting ready to combine these ingredients and make the most delicious guacamole. And you're living right when you open up 2 avocados and they're both perfectly ripe. Oh my gosh, it is definitely a lucky Foodie Friday for me. So 2 nice ripe avocados, 2 cloves of garlic, 1 Roma tomato. I may only use half of that. And then I'm only going to probably use a third to a half of that pepper, the juice of 1 nice ripe lime, some cilantro leaves chopped up. I'll chop the red onion. That's just maybe like not even a quarter of the red onion. And then Himalayan sea salt. No equipment necessary. Just mash all of that up in a bowl and it will be some of the best guacamole you've ever had. This little gadget that I have is actually meant for mashing potatoes, but it makes mashing avocados, of course with one hand, but it makes it super easy. So if you have an old potato masher that you're not using anymore, crack it out for your guacamole this summer. Oh yeah. Let's check it. Oh my gosh. The flavor is so amazing. It needs about 1 more hour in the dehydrator until it's crispy, but it's so good. Let's do a tour of deliciousness. Sour cream, and it really tastes better to me than sour cream. Beautiful, fresh, garden fresh salsa. I'll use some red cabbage just for a little pop of color and extra nutrition. Look at that vibrant guacamole. The taco meat turned out perfectly. And look at those chips. Raw, dehydrated corn chips. tastes like heaven. And then I will use those romaine lettuce leaves to build my taco. Can't wait to dive in. Well, I'm well pleased. What a spread. It truly is an epic taco night. And I was just thinking about how great it would be if you're still a little quarantined with your family, for you to assign each member of your family one of the components of taco night. And that way it becomes a fun family event. Well, I did it all by myself and it really wasn't that hard. The only thing that's a little bit labor intensive are the corn chips, but they're well worth it. A healthy corn chip that tastes delicious with all organic ingredients and no trans fats. I mean, come on. If you don't have a dehydrator, I think we already talked about it. You can do them in the oven. They won't be raw, but they'll still be super healthy, way healthier than anything that you're gonna find at the store. So I'll probably be eating on this all weekend. I'm super excited, and I hope you'll make epic taco night and tell me all about it.